Hello everyone, thank you for joining. And then here is Joe Microsphere, your number one channel where you can learn simple remote sensing and GIS, and then also Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, anything about Microsoft Word, GIS and remote sensing. You are on the right channel. So today's video is very simple: how to clip an image to your study area in Google Earth Engine. So I've already done a video on how to load your assets here. So here you have your assets here, how to load your assets. So you can check under my page and see how you can load assets and display assets here. And then also here we are using Landsat 8, that's the collection 2 level 2, which has already been atmospheric corrected. So here you can see I have loaded my Landsat image here, and then I have filtered my date and my year here. So you can see I'm using 2020, and then you can change it to any year that you are working on, or if you are focusing on a certain month, you can change it to that. It depends on what you are doing. And then here you have to filter your cloud cover. So I have set my cloud cover to less than 10. So all images that I'm going to get is supposed to have a cloud cover less than 10, which you can see it here. And then I have applied my scale factor here. So to calculate land surface temperature in Landsat 8 collection 2 level 2, you need to apply your scale factor. So we have that we have to multiply it by 0.000275, and then you add negative 0.2 here, and then I have displayed all my bands here. So here you can see my bands here, and then here is the display of the Landsat image here. So you can see I have displayed my Landsat image here with the minimum and the maximum, and then we have the bands that I want to display. And then here is where I want to clip to my study area here. So here you can see to clip to the study area. So map.add layer. So the map I added to the layer, and then I have clipped the image here. And then I have my force color. So here I'm going to display my force color here, and then that one to have to add layer to my force color. So let's quickly view the results here. So here, if you look here, you can see I have the image here. So the first image that you see is the normal Landsat bands that I downloaded, which I have not clipped. So if you come here, you will see we have Landsat image, and then we have clip image here. So the Landsat image is the whole image that you can see on the screen. The clip image is the image that I clipped to my study area here. So let's uncheck the Landsat image, and then you'll be able to see the clip image here. So this is my clip image. So you can see it has successfully clipped to my study area. So this is my clip image here, and then this is my study area. So you can see it has successfully clipped to my study area here. And then I also have my force color composite here. So here you can see my force color here, which I can display my force color. And then the force color simply identifies some properties on the image. So here where you see the black portion is where we have the water body, where you see the red is the vegetation, and then the whitish color is the build-up, and then bare area. So this is the simplest way to display your image and clip to your study area. So first of all, you add your image, you add your study area, then you clip the study area, or if you already have your assets here, you just import your study area and then you display it, and then you insert your Landsat image. And then for the Landsat image, you can search it here. So here, if you search Landsat collection 2 level 2 here, you may be able to identify your Landsat image. So here you can check for your Landsat image, the Landsat image you want to choose. So here you can click on it, and then you can look at the properties of the image here, and then here you can copy the image assets here as I displayed to you. Here you can copy the image assets here, and then you just paste it in your code editor. So that is our image here. So here, and then we have the various bands. So here you can come here and then view the various bands with a 30-meter resolution. Then we have terms of use. So that is our image here. So then the next thing is you just have to apply your scale factor. After applying your scale factor, you display your Landsat image, and then you clip the Landsat image to your study area. And then if you want to display force color, you display your force color. If you want to display true color, you can also display true color. And then if you want to display your other agricultural color and the others too, you can display it here. So thank you so much for your attention, and then this is the simplest way to display your image in Google Earth Engine. And then please don't forget to subscribe, share and like, and then I'll be leaving the code on the description of this video, so you can copy the code, change the study area, change the year, and then you can run it and then get your image. Thank you so much for your attention.